Yeah, the Pitt basketball team, they're at 8-1 right now, and that's all well and good. That's a nice, that's a nice record and all of that. But I think everybody probably has the same reaction I do to that 8-1 record so far, and it's that schedule. And I've never been one that rags on Pitt's basketball schedule. I know this has been a just consistent thing for the last 15 years or so that people rail on Pitt's non-conference basketball schedule. They don't play anybody. It doesn't get them ready for games or doesn't get them ready for the conference, blah, blah, blah. I've never been one that got on board with that. Yes, I would have rather seen them play interesting teams, but I didn't buy the theory that it made Pitt better prepared or worse prepared for the conference because they did pretty well when they played in the Big East, even though they were playing those crappy non-conference schedules. The last few years haven't gone as well in the conference, but they haven't been as good of a team. So I've never really gotten too down on the non-conference schedule thing, but this year's pretty bad. This might be the worst yet, and the attendance is reflecting that. This is where it becomes a problem because right now they're averaging 7,500 people per game at these non-conference games. They only had one game where they drew more than 8,000 people, and that was the Purdue game where they drew 9,400. 13,000 came to the Duquesne game, but that was basically two home teams. And the thing is, they could get away with these kind of schedules in the past. Like the 2008-09 season, the Elite 8 year, Sam Young and all that stuff. They played Fairleigh Dickinson, Miami of Ohio, Akron, Indiana, PA, Belmont, Duquesne, Vermont, Maryland, Baltimore County, and Siena. And they topped 10,000 people in 7 of those 9 games. And the 2 that were less than 10,000 were Indiana, PA, and Belmont. And both of those topped 9,000 people. So they drew when they played crappy teams back then. But that was a team that won the Big East tournament the year before. They went to the NCAA tournament the year before. They had some star players that people were excited about. This year's team didn't win the ACC tournament. They didn't make the NCAA tournament, and they have a roster that isn't exactly firing people up. You can get away with a terrible schedule if you have success. People will want to see you play, but right now, there's just not much excitement about this team. So even though they have that pretty strong trio, James Washington and Jamel Artis and Mike Young, it's not really exciting people, and so they're not showing up to watch you play Eastern Washington and Morehead State. And year after year, Jamie Dixon has been criticized for the way he schedules his non-conference, but the fans still showed up because the team was winning. This year, Pitt's a team that has missed the NCAA tournament in 2 of the last 4 years. They haven't won a conference championship in 5 years. They haven't won a conference tournament in 8 years. And people aren't coming out to watch this team against Cornell and Central Arkansas.